When working with business owners, I may from time to time bring in consultants who primarily try to deal with small to medium sized businesses. And in that way, they can touch more people in the process of the training that they give, especially in terms of leadership. And I try to let everyone know in that company that you can lead from where you are. Leadership is it's not a position, it's an example, setting an example, and it's what you do on a daily basis. So that's how you become the leader you're supposed to be. And what we basically do is we teach our clients how to be a leader, how the example is set, and what they should do day to day. Very often, business owners need to have that hard conversation between each other and get the same page going. And even if they do not agree with each other, what they want to do, they need to show what we call a united front in front of employees or anybody outside that company that wants to see how they do business. They can discuss their differences at a later date more privately, but they must show themselves as united and going in the same direction. Because, I mean, if they do not go in the same direction, then who's going to follow them? Who's going to follow you? And I find it very funny because sometimes I ask the people to stand up and to close their eyes, turn around in a circle a couple of times, and then as their eyes are closed, I say, point east. And when they open their eyes, they see that they're pointing in two different directions. So what I try to do is I get them to say, okay, what is the direction we're going in? We may not be going in at the same speed, but we're all essentially headed in the same direction. And I'd say above everything else, everything important is this word called integrity. I mean, you have to be trusted and people have to know that you care about them. And before someone will follow and before you lead someone, they need to know that you care about them, that you have their best interest at heart. So if that person knows that you care about them and that you have their best interests at heart, they know the decisions that you're trying to make, the decisions that you're making are for the best, and they'll follow you and they'll trust you. And there are some things that somebody in a leadership position, a CEO can do to send out these important messages to employees. I mean, the biggest thing in leadership is the leadership model where actually as a leader you act more out of a service, act more out of service. I can remember Tim Blanchard in his book Lead Like Jesus, and he gives a prime example of that. It gives an example and it speaks to being a service leader and helping your employees, helping your people do what they need to do. Let them know that you care and show this by helping a set of people do this. Say, let's do this, putting yourself in the mix. So you take on more of a collaborative approach with your employees, getting more hands-on. Don't ask your employees to do anything that you can't or won't do. So what about things like open book management, like having your employees aware of the numbers and the goals and actually being a part of the process to create the vision and steer the company, steer the boat in the right direction? Well, that's what we call giving the ownership, making them part of the whole process. And if they buy into it, then that's the trick, really, getting your people to buy in, and therefore when they buy in they have a stake. They feel like they have a stake in it. It's more like they have more skin in the game, and with that they will begin to make decisions that they feel will help your company grow. And helping your company be as successful as you like it to be. That way you get more insight, you get more eyes on problems, and not only that, you begin to teach your people to think and develop their thought patterns the way you would. And when you can do that, when you find that nugget, when you can do that, you can further delegate, give them more ownership, and know that things will be run outside of your company in the manner in which you would like it to be run. and you'll essentially be creating entrepreneurs, which is a valuable quality in employees, to want the business like it's their own.